following is an exclusive presentation of Ravens Productions.
Coming up on this week's Ravens Report, fullback Patrick Ricard is mic'd up as the Ravens come up just short against the Steelers in Pittsburgh. Plus, we preview this week's AFC North matchup against the Browns with linebacker Josh Bynes. All that and more on this week's Ravens Report.
He's a 15-10-5 touchdown Ravens. They are dancing in the aisles. Oh, what a scene we have at M&T.
Welcome to this week's edition of Ravens Report from the Under Armour Performance Center. I'm Evan Washburn. It's week 14 of the season, and the Ravens are looking to bounce back after a heartbreaking one-point loss in Pittsburgh last Sunday, where the after effects are still being felt. Another season-ending injury to manage, this time to Marlon Humphrey, arguably the Ravens' best defensive player and no doubt an unquestioned leader for this team. But as has been the case all season, the train just keeps moving, no matter the obstacle. And the next stop in Cleveland to take on a 6-6 Browns team coming off their bye and desperate for a win to stay in the AFC playoff picture. But before we look ahead to that matchup, let's revisit another classic Ravens-Steelers game where we had Patrick Ricard mic'd up.
This is a great opportunity to drive the football, put some points on the board, and break their backs, okay? That's all we got to do.
The Ravens will have the ball for a third time, but they start on their 1-yard line after the Percy Harvin punt. Hits his fullback, Pat Ricard, at the 5. And moves the chains as Pat Ricard tumbles down out of bounds to the 11-yard line. Ravens face a 3rd and 7. Jackson looks left, steps up, throws across the middle, complete. Andrews has it, pinballs his way through a pair of Steelers and gets out to the 25-yard line. Good enough for the first down.
Let's go, boys, come on.
He will tuck and run. He's to the 30.
It's a big grind, man.
Jackson on 3rd down and 6 from the Steelers 32. Takes the snap. Pocket collapsing, slings it down the middle. He's got Andrews at the 10. He's taken off his feet at the Steeler 3-yard line. It's 1st and goal.
Talk about boy. Let's go. Okay.
Devontae Freeman in with the first points in Pittsburgh. That was a 16-play, 99-yard drive, and Devontae Freeman capped it with a 3-yard run.
99-yard drive. 99 and a half yards. Stop, baby. 99, baby. Hey, you play, hey. Hell yeah, baby. Walked in, man. Let's go. Yeah. Hey, free.
So, man, what we win, 90 on that?
99 and 3/4. We had to go.
That's big time right there.
That's
big time right there.
Hey, are you come on, man.
Hey, the
come on, hey.
The quarter
That's
flip.
big time.
Give me some of that.
That's big time right there.
99 and 3 freaking quarter.
99.
The hitting has been intense, as it always is. Jackson throws a check down. Freeman has it. Scoots past one Steeler, splits another. He's to the 30-yard line, and he's taken down to the 28.
Let's go.
Tucker's kick is up. It is good. And with 11:51 to play in Pittsburgh, our score now, Ravens 13, Steelers 9.
Hey, you got to keep battling, man.
So the opportunity is there. The stage is set, but it will not be easy. It never is when the Ravens come to Pittsburgh. Plenty of drama awaiting. And all of a sudden, the Steelers have scored on each of their last 2 possessions. A touchdown drive, a field goal drive. All of the momentum is with Pittsburgh, and this crowd can feel it. So can the Steeler offense. The Ravens bring blitz pressure. Roethlisberger throws, completed to 2, and in for the touchdown is Deontay Johnson. 1:48 left to play. The Ravens will have 1 timeout to work with.
Everything you got, bro. Everything you got. Leave it out there. One play at a time, one play at a time, one play at a time.
Lamar has a chance right now to make it all good right here by tying it up.
1:12 left to play. Jackson out of an empty backfield in the gun. Complete, 45-yard line. Hollywood Brown hit as he throws, complete. That's Devin Duvernay inside the 30. Blitz pressure coming, looks into the face of the blitz. Throws complete. Sammy Watkins sidesteps the Steeler, gets down to the 10-yard line. Jackson will stand alone in the backfield in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. He takes the snap. Looking to the end zone, looking. Fires. Caught! Sammy Watkins with a touchdown!
What about going for 2 right now? Just deciding, hey, we're going to win or lose right now.
Lamar Jackson is still on the field. The Ravens are going to go for a 2-point conversion and the win. If the Ravens convert, they win. If they fail, the Steelers win. Jackson takes the snap, fakes the handoff, lobs it, juggled and dropped by Mark Andrews, who was wide open at the 1.
Oh, he had him!
They were out of rabbits to pull out of the hat. They had the opportunity.
Tell you what, dude, you are something else. It's so much fun. I'm gonna love about you for a long time. Yes, sir. I appreciate it. Take care of yourself, yes, all right? Sir. Yes, sir. Out of respect. Take care, brother. Yes, sir.
Still hard to believe, after all the dramatic wins through the first 12 weeks of the season, that Lamar and Mark Andrews couldn't connect on that final 2-point conversion. But those are the inches that make up the game of football. Coming up next on Ravens Report, we sit down with linebacker Josh Bynes, who once again has provided a steady presence in the middle of the Ravens defense. Welcome back to Ravens Report, presented by MedStar Health. I'm Evan Washburn. 11-year vet Josh Bynes is currently in his 3rd stint with the Ravens. And much like his previous stops in Baltimore, Bynes is providing stability and production at the linebacker position. But maybe most importantly, he's helping mentor and develop second-year backer and former first-rounder Patrick Queen. And Bynes' leadership will continue to be of value this week with the loss of Marlon Humphrey, who provided so much to this defense. And for more on his winding journey as a pro and being back in Baltimore, here's Josh with Shelby Gurnett.
Josh, this was the 3rd Ravens-Steelers game decided by 1 point. What is it about this rivalry that produces games like that?
It's just a very physical rivalry. It just dates back to Land Before Time. Just a get after type of game. Just the Steelers and Ravens, just bad blood. And I've had my share in college going against Auburn and Alabama rivalry, and it's definitely the reminiscent of that. And this rivalry is just one of the best there comes to.
Now, after the game, you said this team needs to find ways to win games so they aren't in these situations. How does this team accomplish that?
Oh, we just got to start fast and finish even better. You know, that'd be the great thing. We just got to learn how to finish these games and not put ourselves in these situations that we had this past week. So we can, move forward, because at the end of the day, the ultimate goal is to get in the playoffs, and outside of that is to win the Super Bowl. And these games are tough. We're playing playoff teams these last back half of the season, and it's going to get tougher and tougher, and we just got to find ways to make that one more play than the other team.
This is your 3rd stint in Baltimore. What was your reaction when you got the call from the Ravens?
Oh, I was so happy. I was like, yes, I want to come back. I didn't honestly want to leave last year, but it's just how the business goes. It's all good, but they know my heart is purple, and this place is home to me. So anytime I get the chance to come back, I'm more than welcome, open arms, and I'm ready to come back to such a great, prestigious organization.
Another blow to this team, specifically this defense, losing Marlon Humphrey. There's no sugarcoating it. how difficult will the rest of this season be without him?
Oh, it's going to be difficult, but it's a challenge that's up for the guys who want opportunities. Everybody wants opportunities in this league, and you just never know when the opportunity may, come, and this is one of them. I've been in that position years ago in 2012, that year we won Super Bowl. Ray Lewis was hurt, LB, Jamil McClain, our guy. And all of a sudden they're like, well, Josh, you need you to start, and I was like, well, this is an opportunity. And I seized the opportunity, and that's kept me in this league still this long, because those opportunities come and I'm able to capitalize on them. And that's what these young guys have to do with these opportunities. They have to capitalize on them, because you never know. That might be your one opportunity and only opportunity in this league, or it might be one of many opportunities that come. And you got to look forward to the challenge.
Now, traveling to Cleveland this weekend, how difficult will it be playing this Browns team for the second time in 3 weeks?
Yeah, I know. Second time in 3 weeks. That's crazy. They had to bye, so they got a chance, play us, play us. But it's going to be a challenge. They had an off week and get guys back healthy and get their minds back right and get centered and focused. So we have to be ready and let this loss from Pittsburgh go and move forward. Like I said earlier, you got to let them one or two go, because you don't want to turn it 2, 3, 4. No, we want to let it go, move on, and hopefully get a victory this coming Sunday.
Okay, Josh, we're going to end this with a few rapid fire this or that questions.
Okay.
Dogs or cats?
Dogs, of course.
Dine in or delivery?
Oh, I'm dining in. Me and my wife would love to go get some food all day.
What's your favorite kind of cuisine?
I would say New American is the thing, but I just love elevated cuisine. Just really, I want to go to some of the best restaurants in the city and what they have to offer. And Baltimore got a ton of them, and we love going out to eat and dine in.
Spotify or Apple Music?
Apple Music. Sorry, Spotify.
Scuba dive or a hot air balloon ride?
Neither one, okay? See, I don't do heights and I don't play with water. No, Because scuba dive, I don't know how, I mean, I would do that.
Snorkel?
Yeah, there we go, snorkel. That's what I do that, but that's just about it. The hot air balloon, no, I don't do heights, oh no.
Donuts or bagels?
Ooh, donuts.
Rom-com or documentary?
Rom-com, yeah, for sure. Oh yeah.
Do your holiday shopping online or in stores?
Online. Oh, I can't stand going to the store. Online only, please.
Get a strip sack or an interception?
Interception. I love the interception. A strip sack would be nice. I ain't gonna lie, both would be nice, but I would love interception. Should have had a few this year, but definitely get one of these last 5 games for sure.
It's coming.
Oh yeah.
Josh, thank you so much for your time, and good luck this weekend against the Browns.
Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
Now, a bit of a weird scheduling quirk as we look ahead to the Browns. The Ravens are facing them twice in the last 3 weeks. And for Cleveland, who's coming off their bye week, it's meant 2 weeks to prepare for Baltimore in what is a huge division game for both teams. And coming up next on Ravens Report, we preview Sunday's game with the head coach, John Harbaugh.
Ravens Report is brought to you by MedStar Health, the official medical team of the Baltimore Ravens, and you. MedStar Health. It's how we treat people.
Welcome back to this week's edition of Ravens Report. From the Under Armour Performance Center, I'm Evan Washburn. After Sunday's loss to the Steelers, part of John Harbaugh's message was the importance of learning from a loss, much like you would from a win. And now the Ravens will take that lesson into a critical AFC North matchup with the Cleveland Browns, who are outside the playoff picture at the moment at 6-6, but are desperate to get back in the mix with a win. And for more on the matchup, here's the head coach with Garrett Downing.
Coach, thank you so much for the time. I know you've said many times over the years, and you talked about it again earlier this week, that football is a metaphor for life. So over the course of this week, as you're coming back from a difficult game in Pittsburgh, how do you go about learning from that and moving forward?
Well, you start with the idea that, what's good, what's admirable, what's praiseworthy, what's right. Those are the things you start with, and you build off of that, because there were so many things to look at that you feel good about and you're proud of, and that we can build off of. And then you look at the corrections and you just try to get better. You understand that it's not going to be a one-game season. We've got a lot of things to play for. We're excited about our team. I love the players that we have. We've got everything we need to be successful. Our guys worked hard this week, and we're ready to go play a game.
A difficult part of Sunday's game was obviously losing Marlon Humphrey, such a great player and leader. But it's next man up, and you're quite familiar with that. Over the course of this season, there's been lots of injuries and guys that have stepped up into bigger roles. How have the players who are replacing him kind of taken on that challenge this week during practice?
Well, the first thing is, you think about Marlon. I mean, Marlon's a guy that has been a heart and soul for us. We love him. He's been a leader. He's been a great player. And, our thoughts and prayers are with him. And he's with us, too, as we go to Cleveland in spirit. And the guys will carry that with them. But we're a brotherhood. We're a football team. We've got everything we need. And we're going to go play the game to the best of our ability and do our best, and we're excited about that.
Feels like this is Groundhog's Day a little bit. We just had this conversation about the Browns 2 weeks ago. It's a little scheduling quirk. How does it affect things as you're preparing that you're facing the same team twice in the span of 3 weeks?
Well, we just have our game to look at. So in terms of information, all we have is our game to look at. So we've added that into the mix, and we prepare for the team that we're going to play. I mean, most teams at the end of the year at this point are who they are. They're the same animal, so to speak. We are too. They're going to do what they do with different twists and different approaches and perspectives. So you try to prepare the best you can for what you think you might get. But bottom line is we got to go play our game. We got to play Raven football. We've got to play our best game of the year. It's a championship opportunity in December, and that's what we're looking forward to.
All right, Coach, so off the field this week, you had kind of a cool moment. You had the opportunity to announce to the team that Bradley Bozeman is the nominee for the Walter Payton Man of the Year. And what does it mean to you when you get a chance to stand in front of the team and make an announcement like this?
Oh, it's very meaningful. Bradley's done an amazing job with his foundation. He and his wife, Nikki, they have gone all over the country working on just for mental health, for young people, for teenagers, for kids, anti-bullying campaign, self-esteem. Those things have just been incredible. And not just those guys, I mean, our whole team has done a great job of that, especially around the Christmas season. I know the guys are doing things for families and different things that would just make you so proud. It makes me proud as a coach, I know that. So we've got a lot of great guys. And to have Bradley Bozeman be our nominee, we're honored to do that. We're proud to have him be our guy.
Awesome. Well, that's really what it's all about, Coach. Thank you so much for the time, and good luck this week in Cleveland.
Thanks, Garrett.
Coming up next on Ravens Report, we look back at an all-time classic last season in Cleveland on Monday night against the Browns. Welcome to this week's edition of Ravens Report, presented by MedStar Health. I'm Evan Washburn. As the Ravens prepare for a trip to Cleveland in Week 14, it's the perfect time to remember an all-time classic from a year ago, a 47-42 Ravens win over the Browns on Monday Night Football, a game that John Harbaugh described as one that will go down in history. So for a refresher, let's look back at the ending of easily the game of the year in 2020.
Lamar Jackson is not on the Ravens sideline. Now being told that Lamar Jackson is back in the Ravens locker room being treated for cramps. His return is questionable.
You can tell that this crowd senses that this is a big moment in this football game. Hardly anybody sitting down, everybody standing up, but they sense that something big is about to happen here one way or another.
Trace McSorley in. Sounds like 68,000 strong. McSorley throwing, and it is caught. Trace going to keep it, and he slips down.
Trace hurt his left knee there. He went down really awkward. I don't know who the third quarterback's going to be.
And here comes Lamar Jackson. Superman running out of the locker room without the cape. Lamar comes in for 4th down and 5.
Lamar Jackson, alineación escopeta, lastimado Lamar Jackson.
Trailing by a point. Jackson trying to roll for it, and he's got it. Marquise Brown hangs on to the football and scores.
That's how you do it! That's how you do it! That's how you do it! That's how you do it, baby!
Lamar Jackson arranca la jugada. Lamar Jackson se lo está jugando, suelta el balón. Conecta con Hollywood Brown. Touchdown! Touchdown, Hollywood Brown! Touchdown, Hollywood Brown!
Tremendous without the cape. Jackson rushes back in to save the Ravens. How do you like that? We have gone back and forth. A slugfest of 84 points.
Great throws from Lamar Jackson. The offense did their job. All you want is to give them an opportunity. Here it is.
42-42, we have to make a 55-yarder to win.
See Justin Tucker on Monday night. Likes the bright lights. He's been good. He's been good everywhere. This is for 55 for the win. And Justin Tucker has done it for Baltimore.
Justin Tucker para ganar el partido. Si lo puede, viene, lo patea, el intento es largo.
¡De campo! ¡Yeah! ¡Let's go! ¡Yeah! ¡Yeah! ¡Let's go!
There are a whole lot of heroes tonight in white and purple.
Yes! Yes, it was good! Oh my God, I love that man!
That guy is an absolute sniper when it comes to kicking that football between the uprights. Got ice water in his veins.
What a game. Still hard to believe how that one went down. And here's hoping for another great game on Sunday. And that's where we'll turn our attention because the stakes for this one are huge. As we mentioned, the Browns are coming off their bye at 6-6, and it was a critical week off for the health and recovery of their quarterback, Baker Mayfield, who's been banged up all season with multiple injuries. A couple keys from this game from my perspective. Offensively, protection for Lamar Jackson has to be better, and it's going to be critical when you face the pass rush of the Browns. 7 sacks won't get it done on Sunday. Defensively, with the latest injury to Marlon Humphrey, communication in the back end will be key in this one. While the Browns want to run the ball, they will take advantage of big plays in the passing game if they're there. That'll do it for this week's show. Thanks so much for watching, and make sure to download the Ravens TV app on your Roku, Apple, or Fire TV device, where you can access an on-demand library of game highlights, features, live events, and more from the comfort of your home. Enjoy the game on Sunday, and we'll see you right back here next week for another edition of Ravens Report.